What's up, Art Smarts all over the Philippines? I am Sir Rafi B, and thank you for still watching DepEd TV. All the way from the land of sweet surprises, welcome to the province of Negros Occidental. Are you ready to get your hearts racing? I'm sure you are, so fasten your seatbelts and be ready with your paper, pen, and self-learning modules as we take the astonishing journey here on Art Smart. Last week, we had a great time discovering representative artworks and artists from various art periods and ancient, classical, and medieval art traditions. As the tour continues, another art amazing experience awaits you as we rediscover more of the Western classical traditions through artwork usage and medium. Before we go, let's see what's in store for you with our artsy BFF.
Hello there! I'm Artsy B, your Art Smart BFF. As a smart start, I have invited an Art Smart to inspire you to learn more. Here is Lauren Joy, a grade 9 Art Smart from Enrique B. Magalonan National High School.
Hello, fellow Art Smarts! Last week, I was amazed by the variety of styles made by different artists from different periods. These masterpieces were powerful tools to reflect culture and traditions. It is also amazing to realize that these artworks have stood the test of time, and I feel that our generation is lucky to be given the chance to witness such marvelous creations. I am looking forward to learning more. See you around, Art Smarts!
Thank you so much, Lauren. Sir Rafi and I are also excited to share with you more wonder-filled art trips. Sir Rafi, back to you.
Thank you, RTB and Lauren, for sharing your art amazing learning experience with us. Now, for you to be guided with our art trip, here is our itinerary. Our trip today will focus on the usage and mediums used in different art pieces as we enrich our understanding of Western classical traditions. The artwork mediums are the materials used in usage during the ancient, classical, and medieval periods were actually very diverse. These mainly started from the earliest medium found in the primitive people. Making marks or artworks on stones, ivory from elephant tusk, pigments, and combination with soil, animal fat, burnt charcoal, and chalk in the basic palette of red, yellow, brown, black, and white, oil, wax, wood, and other early materials were purposely used for their needs and survival. This gradually changed through time, and art became an expression of devotion, religion, beautification, and symbolization. Also, make sure to take note of these key terms. Ancient, dating from a remote period of great age. Encaustics, a paint of pigment mixed with beeswax and fixed with heat after its application. Era, a period of time as reckoned from a specific date serving as the basis of its chronological system. Fresco, a technique of painting on a wall using a moist plaster surface with colors ground up in water or lime mixture. Hellenistic, relating to the characteristics of classical Greek civilization from the death of Alexander the Great to the accession of August.
Mosaic, a design or decoration made up of small pieces of colored glass, stone, etc.
Pigments, a substance used in coloring. At the end of the tour, you need to pass the Smart Up task that RTB will give you to unlock one symbol in our medallion. This medallion will serve as your key to the art-amazing world of Western classical art traditions. Since you are now time travel ready, let the astonishing journey begin! Artworks from the Western and Classical era can be for any use, whether for tradition or culture, but they were surely for a geographical movement that was widespread in Europe and the rest of the world at that time. There were a variety of materials and mediums used to create an artwork. Understanding Western art in terms of the successive periods helps us prove that there are actually changes in how art was made and who it was made for. Artworks eventually evolved as culture adapts and exposes itself to other traditions through time. It navigated different techniques, ways, and usage of varied mediums. Here are some early remarkable ways and techniques of painting from the different periods. During the prehistoric era, the art markings or paintings in caves made historians and anthropologists interested in studying and understanding early human life as clues, along with fossils and relics found. It may have been their way of communicating with each other. It may also have been for religious or ceremonial purposes. The paintings in the ancient Egyptian era were mostly for their deceased loved ones, making their afterlife a pleasant place, emphasizing the importance of life after death and the preservation of knowledge from the past. Arts during the Greek period depicted the natural figures of their mythological beliefs and battle scenes along with everyday scenes. The most common methods of Greek paintings were fresco, encaustic, Kirch style, panel painting, and tomb or wall painting. Imitated from Hellenic Greek paintings, most paintings in the Roman era were frescoes in brightly colored backgrounds, divisions of walls into multiple rectangular area or the tic-tac-toe design, and multi-point perspective. Mosaic was one of the styles that emerged in this period. Most of the paintings in the Byzantine Empire were influenced by the power of Byzantium, former name of Istanbul, depicting a devious and surreptitious manner of operation, but in time for Christian subjects, mostly in the mosaic form. The Romanesque style produced paintings having a strong Mozarabic influence, mostly found in the walls of churches. Most of the paintings in the Gothic style were confined to illumination, such as stained glass, created to transform the vast stone interiors with warm and glowing colors at the same time. Sculptures during the ancient, classical, and medieval periods were formed or carved for mythological or religious significance, sometimes presented in symbolic gestures, especially in tombs, and it did not have a realistic proportion of human anatomy. Now, let's talk about the mediums and usage in architecture. The menhir, dolmens, and cromlech, which are made of huge rocks or megaliths, are some of the earliest architectural creations during the prehistoric era. During the Egyptian era, the pyramids of Giza were the funerary structures of the three kings of the 4th dynasty of Egypt: Khufu, whom the Great Pyramid is attributed to, Kaffa, whom the pyramid next to the Great Pyramid is attributed to, and the smallest, which is attributed to Menkaure. Mastaba is a type of Egyptian tomb in the form of flat-roofed, rectangular structures with outward sloping sides. In the Roman period, they built sturdy stone structures to perpetuate their glory. Emperors erected huge halls and arenas for public games, baths, and processions with gigantic arches of stone, brick, and concrete, or with barrel vaults. During the Byzantine Empire, architectural structures were mostly Christian churches with a lot of mosaic decorations. The Roman style made churches grand sculptured portals with wood or metal doors that were surrounded by elaborate stone sculptures arranged in zones to fit architectural elements. The Gothic style featured pointed arches and much higher ceiling vaults and stone vaulting borne on a network of stone ribs supported by piers and clustered pillars. It was more of a castellation design. Before we go back to the present, RTV is here again to challenge what you know. Let's play That Pic Looks Familiar. Try to identify the different artworks that RCB will show us in this activity. RCB will reveal the answer after 5 seconds. Please take down notes of the correct answers as additional artworks that you learned in our lesson today. Here is RCB.
Artwork number 1. It's the Cave of Lascaux. You got it right. The dominant aspects in the painting were giant animals native to the region. It has been given statutory ancient monument protection. Here is artwork number 2. That's a wall painting in King Tutankhamun's tomb. What a memory you have! The motive of Egyptian paintings was to make the deceased afterlife pleasant. Let's see if you can still remember our artwork number 3. Correct! That's the Judgment of Paris. This is an example of a vase painting. Shapes of vases generally found are pea-like or wine container, lecanis, a low bowl with 2 horizontal handles, and a low, broad foot. Lebes gamicos, with high handles and a lid used to raise a bridal bath, and crater, a bowl used for mixing wine and water. Let's proceed to artwork number 4. That's right! It's the pizza panel, or the earliest regarded panel painting. Now, let's have artwork number 5. It's the Tomb of the Diver. You got the right answer! The artwork was painted using a real fresco method with limestone mortar. On to the next one, artwork number 6. Correct! That's the head of Alexander. It is a mosaic using small pieces of colored glass, stones, and unique materials. Here is artwork number 7. That's a fresco from the Villa of Mystery. You got it! The active patterns of paintings which had been invented in Greece and Rome lived on in Byzantium. However, this time for Christian subjects like this one. Let's move on to our artwork number 8. You are right! That's Christ in Majesty, a Romanesque painting with Mozarabic features. This mural has been moved to Barcelona and replaced by a replica. Now we are down to the last artwork. That's the Lady and the Unicorn tapestry. Perfect! In the Gothic style, subjects generally depict famous legends and love stories. Congratulations, Art Smarts! You always amaze me. You successfully unlocked 2 symbols in our medallion. I am so proud of you. Before we go back to our time, let's take a look at the selfies of the other Art Smarts who took photos of themselves while watching Art Smart. Here are our Art Smarts of the week. Brinette and Bridget Babaran, Marl Stephen Jimenez, IC Alejandrino.
To smart up even more, you are going to build. Here are the steps that you are going to undertake. You are going to make a creative candle holder using old glass bottle, paintbrush, and paint. Here's how you're going to do it. Step 1. Prepare all the materials needed. Step 2. Apply white paint on the bottle. Step 3. Sketch your design in the surface. Step 4. Start painting your design. Step 5. Light the candle and place it inside the bottle. And voila! You're done with your creative candle holder. As you can see, artworks played significant roles, especially to historians and archaeologists. For a fact, artwork has proven the early humans' ways of existence. Artwork provides information, verification, and knowledge about the earliest culture of people that existed in the world, depicting ways of life, whether for survival or as tradition. It also gives scientists a better understanding of time or period evolution. It was a jam-packed trip, right? I hope you took selfies while we were on tour. That's it for our art-astonishing journey today. This has been Sir Rafi B for DepEd TV. Let's keep on creating art. Be art smart.